Girls. This is your Demon Lord, Dracon Sahak. Apologize for being a bit late. Had got a bit distracted before realizing that supper was late. But anyway, without further ado, we're going to continue where we left off for Lost Spell 6, which was, I believe, last week. And we actually got to the time gate. And Mash got kidnapped again by Morgan. So yeah, just as we get Mash back, she's just nope, just gets teleported by Morgan. Thanks, Morgan. And we also we're able to defeat one of the calamities though. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started and let's get through at least like chapter 10. So after we get through the intro. Intro here. Oh. Extra from the deck! The Finchie's Tipaphone is back! Thanks, Marine. Let's tip her and rush up in her cage until we're done writing our response. I love how basically the Marine is like saying extra newspaper here. Scans for the hazardous substances and contaminants are clear. It's a report from Da Vinci. Director Miss Holmes, if you would. Very low. Let's take a look. I see. Oh, fascinating. I love how Gordoff is just hovering right behind Musketeer trying to see. This is a fairy crimes, calamities. A mysterious fairy who goes by Redra Bit. Yes, this report has proven yet to be another assassinizing array of Tabbits. Care to read for yourself, Gordoff? Yes, of course. I am Shadia's director, after all. It is my job to say a breeze to all of our latest developments. If you all pipe down, Captain, Marines, and Port LaFou, I'll read it out loud so you all can follow along. Port LaFou. Alright, to start off, let's go over what we know about Fairy Britons thus far. Okay, here's the flashback. Fairy Britain, aka the 6th last spell, is a dangerous place where no electronic devices can function. Dracon Sahak, and Shadia's resident master and special investigation officer, his ex is exclusive servant Mash Kuriite, our technical advisor Nara Da Vinci, and Tristan, and the servant who was summoned out of nowhere, all set foot on Britain together. However, upon entering the Fey domain, unknown as a nameless force, they forgot their own names and memories and ended up separated. Dracossack woke up in the village of Cornwall, where he made contact with the local fairy, Altria Caster, who came to aid Shadia in our mission. Thanks to her, Tristan Dracossack escaped from the Nimbus Woods, where he then met another collaborator by the name of Oberon the Fairy King, and to begin his investigation in its earnest. After reuniting with Da Vinci, Dracossack began gathering information on the Fairy Britain with the focus of anything that might lead to masquerade. This last plus king is Morgan, fairy who has yet to been ruling the past 2,000 years. No looting, Jackie! We hate Petter! That's the depth on the Fae. Except for the ones we summoned. And, I guess also Oberon too. I love how it says depth to all fleas, man. Kind of reminds me of like those commercials you keep seeing up on YouTube where basically they try to present it like all mafia style. The fairies who populate it are divided into 6 planets, and they also control the human population. We finished part 2, damn. Then again, it came out, I think on Tuesday, right? Did you read through all of it, though? That's the question, though. There are the creatures known as the Boars, who are the fairies' national predators. They are the Tamlin and Fairy Knights that possess the names of royal experience from proper human history. And this is actually kind of impressive given how long this shit is. There are calamities that occur every 100 years, and great calamities that occur every 1,000. Although, I just told someone at work, basically, like, how long this lost spell is, and he was like, going, holy shit, dude. And there is a figure called the Child of Prophecy who is said to be the one to defeat Morgan. After taking the pilgrimage of a ring, 6 bells kept by each of the heads of the 6 clans. Well, given the fact that she is Mordred's mom and also Artoria's sister, yeah, I can kind of see that. I mean, I can kind of see a bit of airheadedness in the family, or like, always getting like way over their heads. She will then go on to defeat Morgan and become the true king of Britain. Naturally, as you can imagine, Karsak will never let her do something like that on her own, so he proposed a partnership of Altria Caster without even waiting for my orders. So now we are obliged to lead the Child of Prophecy, our full support, in order to defeat our common enemy Morgan. And then since our last report with Karsak, she met with Aurora, the head of the Wing Clan, had runs in with Tamlin Gawain and a wrench of keeping humans. And fought Tamlin Tristan at the auction house, where they also rescued Sinchi Muramasa, the servant disciple of the foreign god. And met Muran, the head of the Wing Clan, and encountered Koiska yet another new outfit. I don't know if that scene tells in there. Koiska yet another new outfit. And had another local fairy by the name of Gareth and a mysterious fairy horse called Ripit join their team. After the series of adventures, they cleared a brawl against the Drake and the River of Tears. Draconis actually finally arrived in the city of Norwich. Yeah, that is the most important part right there, like you said, Boardroom. Like, all that matters is that Finch gets a new outfit. Nothing else matters. There should be other cultures, but Master Kirillite, who local fairies believe that the Child of Prophecy. I actually think there's a story part to it. No matter how many times I reread this part, I still get it doesn't make sense to me. How did Kirillite come to be known as the Child of Prophecy? And what in the world is a Hobbycat? This where I can only respond to questions. But since I can't, I will just have to use their imaginations to fill a gap. I'm guessing Kirillite in her own share of troubles after escaping the Nimbus Woods. Or at what point she probably ended up saving some people or fairies up to the North Farm Bridge. Which is probably lead to them regarding her as a hero. At any rate, the report says that Draconis made contract with the Cypher Pepperchino, who has been lying low in Norwich. After numerous mishaps, the calamity in Norwich appeared. Want to make Hobbycat your pet? For what reason though? They're more for cuteness? Or because of the fact that she can actually make all kinds of like dresses and fabrics and materials? Yes, it's also allowed to look both. Okay, yeah, I can definitely see that. Make good outfits for all the lowlies. Fortunately, with Shadia's help in the Child of Prophecy, I was able to defeat this calamity. Well, now that I think of it, I kind of want Tommy Cat to make all kinds of like nice frilly dresses for Dutcharoos and waifus. Although the dresses need to look very extra cute on the Dutcharoos though. However, shortly after Master Light had finally been reunited with Draconis, she is too small to count as a lolly. I thought lollies were by definition supposed to be small. She was whisked away in parts unknown by mysterious phenomena separate her from Draconis once again. But there's no time to create this unfortunate turn of events. I'm sure Draconis would agree. Fortunately, you see, in a surprising turn of events, he and Altria were fighting to Camelot, home to King Arthur, a proper human history and location by the evil castle and fairy printed by High Queen Morgan herself. The fairy Morgan who possesses Yad, a powerful spell that could be used to fight the foreign god and one that our main objectives are coming into a slot spell in the first place. Our normal spell, yes, but don't have a human fairy like the size of your Anazaloid. Oh, gotcha. Although, what would Neko Days be like? Since the cat girl, since all the cats in that is basically been turned into like little Neko girls instead of like regular kitties. No, Trukosaka, Defici, Artura, Gareth, and Murmasa, a hobby cat. I mean, especially since they're small enough to actually start nibbling on fingers. And I think their mouth was like this big. Oh, not Neko Arc, Neko Days. This is an anime I saw a while ago. It's like where basically all the cats in the world have been replaced by cute, adorable kitty lollies. Something tells me you would enjoy it, Morgan. I'll accept Morgan's invitation here, saying out for come on, first thing tomorrow. And that's what all she wrote. Now you feel specifically caught up. Actually, wait until I actually finish this area. Oh, this. I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, it's like actually when I finish up an intro, I'll probably check it out. Check out the name real quick and put it in chat. Yeah, we got the most of that. Thanks. Okay, we're going to hit back to our post now. Sounds like things are pretty crazy here. Again, I hope Mash is okay. Not to worry. The Vinci's report is quite upbeat, so if nothing else, we can be certain that Mash is safe. There's a real problem is the water mirror spell Morgan's. According to the data that coincidence along with this report, it would seem that. So those dark clouds are over the city's Norwich aren't economical, but one of the Morgan spells. Hard to believe that she was able to remotely control such a powerful spell over 100 kilometers away. Quick question, do you want to kill Mike? Between the water mirror and Ramajisian, it's clear that she's a powerful enemy. Is on par with any other of the other Lost Spell Kings we've ever seen. I'm afraid I don't. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike was a bartender that was seeing Da Vinci as an angel. I'm afraid I don't know much about Morgan's legends. I keep asking you to fill it in. Let me guess. It's because. You sure he deserves an eye? Let me guess. It's mostly because, in fact, he called Da Vinci angel. Only if I know her story for proper human history, but if you settle that, just sure. Alright, let's start with her general background. Okay. What about Aurora, and then what about, basically... Oh, yeah. Also, Fairy, Drop. Right, let's start with, her... No, that's a positive point. Okay, in that case... I'd probably say just hold off on doing it until you actually make a proper judgment. Okay, she can live. According to the princess, she's good fairy of all the lake. And in the legend of King Arthur, she's depicted as an evil witch bent on destroying him. Morgan was the child of the Duke of Tingangle and Lay Green, and later became King Arthur's half-sister after her mother married King Arthur. But despite her fairy family ties, she grew jealous of him and be willing to plots all sorts of wickedness to make its life miserable. Some more noticeable misdeeds including stealing the sacred sword discovered and seducing Lancelot. Hang on guys, be right back. Sorry about that. I had to let Kiri out. Didn't want her getting it stuck in here because of like what happened last night where my dad accidentally locked her in the garage. And then I woke up this morning and then hear Bianca come from the garage and let her out. So. Okay, but back to this. But the worst thing she did was trick Arthur into impregnating her with Mordred, who she later went set to join the Round Table. There was a lot of factors leading to the downfall of the King Arthur's kingdom, but Morgan's definitely the one who tripped over the edge. Really? Tristan can live? The most hated fairy can... And you're actually okay with that. Although, then again, it's like... I kind of like, Tristan's kind of like crazy, though. Tristan needs to be protected. Paradoxically, there's also someone who believe that another side of Morgan is also devoted to protecting King Arthur. I take it that Tristan might be on waifu status for you, Mordred. Those spirits can claim that Morgan and Vivian, Lady of the Lake, who gave Arthur a sacred sword and protected him from death, are in fact the same person. No? Oh, sounds like her lust for power led to her becoming a femme fatale who ruined the entire nation. She did that for... Oh, I can see it. It's because she keeps like being sadistic with all the fairies. So that's the Mage Grass World's consensus on her. There must be more than her sword and his occasion. Probably no. Even the guy that basically was just trying to address her also gets it too. Indeed, does. I went through the database myself after receiving our technical advisor's report. There was one bombshell right out the gate, and it writes to her perf. Turns out Morgan was not actually the Duke of Tingal's daughter. That was only a pretense. She was actually the child of Lady Green and King Uther, the rightful heir of King Britain. Yes, that depth to all faith, except for the ones you listed. More stunning still, Morgan was never a human. Still, she was a fairy child offspring of Isle of Britain, just like Fortune, the Cavalry King. Apparently, Morgan kept a secret and pretended to be merely a normal human child. So, with King Uther as her father, and in the absence of the rightful heir, she would become next in line for the throne. But then a rightful heir did appear. Once Altera, King Arthur was accepted by the Sacred Sword and unified the lords of Britain under her leadership. Morgan stopped hiding her mistakes, and that is the power for fairy nature started poisoning Camelot every chance she did. So I say more like 99 of all of them, 100% I think is unfortunately casuals. Purge. What about Bogart? She told herself Altria did nothing more than a human king, made so by arguments, although then again the dude's dead. I am Britain's true king, and I alone deserve to inherit this mystics. This convictions of her grew to the point where she eventually came to despise her father, King Uther, her sister, Altria, and every other human who refused to obey her. It was a major factor in her decision to destroy Britain. Why did King Arthur's once noble sister Morgan became Camelot's greatest enemy in later years? Apparently that's the answer. And there was, yep, jealousy and narcissism there. Like, kind of like a superiority complex. Even after she did sell as Queen of Orkney, she still plotted King Camelot's downfall from afar. 4 of the Knights of the Round Table, Gawain, Gareth, and Agawain were Morgan's children. Mordred was, well, I don't know if I should say this without them here, but experts say they were actually homunculus Morgan created, or maybe clone King Arthur. But, no, you mean himself. Didn't deserve death, but she wants to save all the fae, so... Yeah, God. Yeah. Or particulars like that, it sounds like very clear that she's the enemy of King Arthur. Yeah, the lion guy. That basically match sent like flying out the window. Yeah, that guy basically got denied. And the wish to turn to destroy all of Britain. So, what happened? What about the supposed side of her that was focused on keeping King Arthur safe? Excellent question, Captain. There's numerous Arthur legends, each of them with describes Morgan differently. One that claims... Well, it did say it was Match was the 62nd bride, so... Yeah. Oh, well, no, he does at least redeem himself, though. Although it's like one of those redeem himself in kind of death kind of situation. One claims that King Arthur's known sister. Another claims she was Lady of the Lake. Yet another claims she had been the goddess of Britain since ancient times. Needless to say, each of would claim to be would seem to rule the others out of possibility. Common sense would dictate that one of those theories is correct. The others refer to someone else entirely. Yeah, I mean, might not redeem him entirely, but at least it was. At least he did redeem himself somewhat. But I believe that they are in fact all true. And Morgan possessed the three aspects. Although it's kind of interesting how Mash was bringing out like the best out of someone like him. It's like, I guess Smash is like someone that is actually able to bring out the best out of people, even if they're actual total idiot or total asshole. So, given that she was born under supernatural circumstances, I celebrate her human side, her fairy side, and part of her that was Britain's own avatar all existed simultaneously. But as these parts are suffer essentially incompatible with a single entity, I suspect each of these aspects became independent being. One was her human side, Artura's kinder older sister Morgan. Another was her fairy side, fairy being the Lady of the Lake. And the third was the avatar person, Morgan Le Fay. If we assume that this to be the case, everything makes sense. That's the round table then. Do not bring justice, because she was both good and evil. Now I see. Okay, I'm convinced. But hang on, isn't Vivian the number name for Nemenine, as in Fairy Here in Prison Merlin? Yes, that is. Morgan is both King Arthur's rival and Merlin's greatest enemy. Although Merlin was the one who taught Divinity in the Magecraft, her infiltration with him eventually led her to despise him, and ultimately seal him away. To do so, she applied a great power field in the form of the Serpacus spell, described with the words, "Only those free of sins may pass. As an incubus, not even Merlin can escape it." It was a spell from the ancient gods known as the Guardian of Witch. Could only be used by an avatar and mystic. While it's still unclear how much this last was Morgan has to come up with the Morgan for proper human history, I would see it prudent to assume that she has more weapons at her disposal than Raggedy alone. Never trust the fate of LB6. This is the second Lost Spell you don't regret to Freedom Ray. What was the first? First the Lion King and Jerusalem, now the Morgan of Fay Brent, huh? I swear, why do we always get mixed up with Arthurian legends? I mean, I can understand this case, but we're still in Britain now, but all still. I mean, that was the one. Yeah, I could probably see why. I mean, people were like going to be die or wiped out anyway, so. And what we're gonna do if Oberon shows up next? I don't think I'll even have a Stormbird, which I'll have a chance. Although, what's the one lost spell do you regret the most, man? Oberon? That was the Isle known as the ancient times, before it became all Britain. Although, of course, the name also refers to something else in the Magecraft world. There it refers to the last pure-blood dragon, Oberon. Extinct phantasm remained in the Isle of Britain, as the ancient gods came to an end. Oh, Olympus! The creatures we call dragons today are simply amulets that happen to acquire some of the dragon genes left behind by the dragon king who went over to the reverse side of the world, and ended up adopting the dragon's way of life while preserving their own. With the exception of Oberon's curse, which not even a single pure-blooded dragon is left on the entire planet. Yes, that's why. That is what they say is in the clock tower, isn't it? Quite a romantic notion, that. But that is all. That and Oberon is the one in the long list of fairy tales. More importantly, it's now been 28 days since we began this mission. Thanks to the concentrated freelancers, our technical advisors have been setting along reports. We now have magic energy to spare, which is let's remain here past our initial 50-day estimate. Perhaps we should have advised them to stop by the board. True, maybe we should. Ideally, I was hoping to complete this mission within 30 days, but that's not going to happen. That said, we don't know exactly where the collapse is going to be, and so we shouldn't be too quick to change our time limit. After that, then. Oh, that's actually interesting. If we stick to our initial plans, we still have 17 days left to complete the mission. Do you think the Trigonosaxine can pull off the time films? Well, according to the Division's board, it would seem that the Crystallized is nearly all in place. Their mean will, if High Queen wins it peacefully, she'll be willing to provide information about rare energy with them. They can at least devote the rest of their time to investigate the collapse. Okay. And what if it doesn't end peacefully? Now that Shadia has thrown her a lot, but the child of prophecy is war is all but inevitable. We certainly know the extent of Fairy Britain's military power. If Altria was able to complete her pilgrimage and muster a significant anti-Queen force, the Battle of Camelot will be decided in a single day. I suspect that the battle will take place in 16 days at the earliest, just barely within our deadline. But the difference in LB6 and LB4, as far as I can see, is a mercy to let them die, and the 6 stages started. Yeah, I kind of figured as much from you. Okay, here we go. Check. Section 10. Camelot. I can hear people singing the Child of Prophecy song in the streets. I just speak now of a future of the ends of vials of the mystics, which became known as Verily the Iron. Let the innocent return. Here stands the Queen's unknown castle. It falls like rain, like ash. It vanishes like snow, like lies. Our desires languish deferred. Even now, we dance in the palm of the Queen's hand. You think Morgan's now that nice to the fairies? We require only a little patience. That for 2,000 years the dawn shall bring the child who is be our salvation. She shall be the child who saves the world, who binds both peoples together. Even her light begins as but ember. Even that should no one see it. She will become a flame drawn to moss. Too nice. A city of iron, a city of soot. When the calamity receives, her pilgrimage begins. Chosen by the staff's selection, the savior guarded by the travelers afar, shall reach the throne. The true king shall arrive at the throne, except now. This bloody crown, ring, ring like raging thunder, weeping the flame. Let us hearken to the 6 bells ringing, blaze the path of the true king. Eerie, red calamity catches, airy, the black calamity devours us. Adolescent and redescent for it may be, we are the scions of the free fae. Never have we wished for any, but we still desire a shining future. There's no mention of Norwich being destroyed in that song. So why did Oberon say there was nothing we could do to stop its destruction? I wonder, does he know more of the song than everyone else? I do, as a matter of fact. The property actually has 18 verses total. Most of the fairies are only familiar with 14 we just heard, but there's actually 4 more. I knew it. Why didn't you tell us sooner, Oberon? I just forgot to mention it, okay? I'm sorry! Can we please drop it? You're right, but I didn't want to lie either. It's hard on me. Alright, I'll tell you. These are the R4 verses of prophecy, at least I heard of them. First, 8.5. The harbinger shall return to empty store, but the calamity shall vanish into the distant sky. Verse 9.5. The round fortress shall burn, and the bell of the water shall appear. Verse 10.5. Confused sinners shall make the acquaintance of the guillotine. Verse 12.5. Having fulfilled her role, the child of prophecy shall say farewell to her home. As you can see, those verses a lot more amorous. That and the fact that they're not very precise in the prophecy might be why they were exercised. In case point, verse 8.5. The harbors shall return to the empty shore, but the calamity shall vanish into the distant sky. The harbor is obviously Norwich, and the empty shore was part meaning the city was going to be wiped off to the coast. No, I have not. I'm planning to wait until the GSSR to get her, because it's her and Murmasa are like the only limited 5 stars I'm missing, and they're both on the same like banner, so I was steering myself to lose Norwich, even if we were able to repel the calamity, but, well, Norwich's fault. It's because another child prophecy appeared. Could be. It's basically because not even Anisel's prophecies are perfect, especially for these 4 verses. So I decided to just not go worry about them anymore. No, it's going to be probably the second, because that's when we're going to have the Aniplex broadcast. Is going to be like it was announced for like July 2nd. So yeah, I'm going to be like rolling on Sunday then. Now, more important note, you guys need to be getting going soon. Between Ultra, Garth, and Murmasa and Habertrot, I think you should all be safe without me. So I hope you don't mind if I go off my own again. More interesting, Aaron? Partly yes, but I'm also ready to want to give a spring in his contributions. So I thought I would stay here and work on with the count to knock him down the peg or 2 dozen until he hits rock bottom. Besides, we could have been reunited with Mashes much sooner if we haven't insisted on keeping the child of prophecy in his castle. Don't you think he deserves at least a little punishment for that? Go for it! Yesterday, someone rolled for Morgan and got close to pay, and he just 9 more close until 3 minutes before it. That's gotta suck. Ouch. Just leave it to me, but Jen may not be very Britain's King style, but I could definitely bleed him dry financially. Right before the event. Yeah, you kind of shouldn't have waited that long, dude. There's something I need to know. Let me guess, Oberon's off on his own again, right? I've had a feeling it might. Gotcha. Well, I guess we don't have to stick together all the time. It's not like he's gonna be much help in combat. I'm sure Oberon will be fine on his own, but how come Redra isn't here either? He's staying behind too. Technically, he's still Aurora's retainer after all. And it would be good for her if he were seen with us right now. So I'm gonna have a stay here with Oberon and bring the carriage if we need it. I see, that makes sense, but you there, Big Fairy, Habertrot, right? Are you coming with us too? I mean, the way to Camelot is probably dangerous, so... Oh, don't worry about me, I'm just fine. Just think of me as a spectator along for the ride. In fact, you should probably be more worried about yourself than me, Gareth. I'm the irreplaceable hero every party needs to combat, and I'm probably stronger than you too. Don't worry, Draconic, I'm not gonna let you die before you and Master are reunited, so feel free to wade into the battle all you like. As long as you don't die, I'll patch you up with my magical needle, no matter how horrific injuries you sustain. Very close and very far from Nightingale's preferred treatment methods. Nightingale! Now that's a nice fairy name, so you already know a nurse as cute as me, huh? I would say cute would be the right word. More like agonizing. But in a good funny way. Hey everyone, here comes the Queen's troops from the main gate. I apologize for a 10-minute delay. I am Tamlin Gawain, and these are my 30 members of the 1st Royal Knight Moors Extermination Brigade. We are the ones who will be providing you with the honor guests of Camelot with safe passage. Alright, thanks for taking the trouble to come get us. I don't care if I'm all bark. That bark will make you cranky on the jury here, but you better treat us with respect, got it? That is the plan, yes. We have a ready the carriage for a chopper prophecy and a foreign mage. Your retainers will need to walk. I trust it is alright with you. You scoundrel! You're the scoundrel that tried to assassinate the High Queen! How are you still alive? I saw you fall into the pit! Oh, that? Yeah. Last time I handed me my ass and tossed me into the pit. But unfortunately for you, I managed to survive. And now I'm the child of prophecy's bodyguard. Next time you see Lancelot, tell her not to take her eyes off a servant until their spirit's origin is completely gone. What should we do, Lady Gawain? Are we really okay with letting this man back into Camelot? What if he tries to assassinate the queen again? It's alright. If he does, he won't have an element of surprise anymore. I can take care of him myself. Especially now that the queen has assured me that not to worry if combat damages destroys the castle. Yeah, that's great. You barely fit into the place anyway. You should help you move around better. Next time we fight, I'd rather just be head to head without us holding anything back. Damn. Grandpa's really roasted here. I guess the child of prophecy has something of an eye for talent after all. Never have as much as return suggests otherwise. Fine, you dare. Make room for one of the carts for our guests. The service can ride with the foreign mage. Treating those two as our guests, at least until we reach the castle, will help us all move faster. Yes, my lady, right away. We'll be taking the western road to Camelot and spend one night at Oxford along the way. We'll then take a detour around the pit towards Camelot. For the next 2 days, our fates shall be intertwined. We will not turn our swords on each other, regardless of what may happen. Do you agree with that, foreign mage? Of course. Good, then let us be off. Soldiers, do not let your guard down, simply because this is an escort mission. The calamity's destruction has led to more toxic spray far and wide across Britain. Don't let any more to come across immediately upon discovery. I don't want to hear even a peep of the discover from our guests. I love the name of this. Giant Hold East. Oh, good. And we're like going back to this again. Yeah, we're going back to Lure Box. Well, that's a relief. This carriage ride is just as smooth as Ripus. By the way, Trikazak, are you really ready for this? To meet the queen, you mean? Well, yeah. What else? Oh, man, you're not ruffled at all, are you? I bet you've already been through all sorts of meetings like this, huh? It's not that ultra. Trikazak is just nervous as you are. He's just had enough experience with situations like this to understand the value of staying calm. Masters need to give orders and watch out for their service after all. So while Trikazak might not be able to fight on his front lines itself, he's very good at keeping the cool under pressure. Really? So you met a lot of other kings then? And some guys too. Think you'd be used to starting by now, but nope, not even close. By the way, I heard something interesting about the Tamlin Queen back in Norwich. Apparently she was the first fairy to make a Tamlin in the area of High Queen. About 200 years ago, during that year, Year of 1800, of the era of the High Queen, there was a huge outbreak of caterpillar wars in central Britain. Calamity later came to be known as the Caterpillar War. It was the Gawain who put a stop to it. Somehow it may not have been like the Calamity we got right in Norwich. She still resolved the Calamity just like Ultra did, and that's what led to the Queen recognizing her skill. No, nothing, but Gawain would surprise me and always respect her. That's I guess this means that Morgan's not the only fairy who dispelled the Calamity then. I guess this means I'm even less special than I thought. Oh man, I'm even more nervous. Oh crap, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you even more nervous. But hey, from what I heard, the Caterpillar War wasn't even all that big of a calamity. I mean, the one in Norwich wasn't a millennium great calamity, so it's hard to be smart on that. Don't forget that we saved the entire city. You have every right to be proud of that. Yeah, you're right. I mean, Mash and Drakasak might have done most of the heavy lifting, but it definitely still contributed. And while it comes down to being Morris, I can hold my own against any Tamlin. Morris smoke spot nearby, incoming from 3, 7, and 11 o'clock. Light soldiers, prepare your missiles, coast guards, king formations. Drakasak. Right, I'm gonna make her see me in a new light. If you're out here, I assume you have no intention to sit back and let us do all the fighting. Very well, I would welcome your aid. There's a lot of Moors out here. I prefer to avoid casualties. Follow me, child property foreign mage. Make sure you stay close to me. See you on the 10th. Alright, let's find oh, again, actually move these, okay. Okay, so I can actually move them around. I didn't know that. So, I'll kind of count it because, yeah, I didn't. I actually need to work on getting the charges up for like for Abby though. Because I need to like you count the most of this last one with Summer Abby? You can probably say that. Oh yeah, I forgot to give that. I remember like watching like on Lily's stream yesterday, and it's like I just wanted to know why I meant by don't be getting tortured. And yeah, it's like guess Loki could probably kill servants. Well, they are cute little kitties, even though they are elders of abominations. Let's see what. Yeah, I could probably see that. But cats like just love to play with the earth by basically banging her. I mean, it's the same for my cats too. I mean, when Misty died, it's like not long after that, like Gar was like going up to Kiri, Gar, and it's like starts like trying to grab onto like Kiri as she walks by. Oh, nice dip. What the fuck? It's like, yeah, and then like, basically Missy, when she was alive, she would actually ban like cats to like act all territorial around them. Oh. There goes the dwarf! There are still 10 large moors to contend with. No more are still coming. We can't handle this many. Those here without iron weapons, stand back. Do not engage. Just lure them to one spot so I can burn them all at once. We're trying, but these moors are far for a decoy. It's almost like they're here for something else this time. Something else? Could be there after the child prophecy? We gotta traditionally no, but if it's like if I'm locked and I can't use like any other server, then yeah, I have that count against me for a challenge. You. No, they take me. We're all fighting the same battle here. I mean, heck, it's like it doesn't make sense to punish like someone or have like disqualify if it's just like things are like out of hand. No, what are you gonna do about this? A seasonal general like you is out to know when it's time to retreat. Hate to admit it, but he's right. I could either abandon the carts and have my soldiers retreat, or I could just have the guests go on ahead. No, I am a Temlin, and retreat from the moors is not an option. But they refuse to consider any at one spot, so they're clearly not worried of my god. They just destroyed our rearmost cart. What do we do, Hobbycat? Oh man, what's the good of having a Tamlin around if we still have to fight for ourselves? She sucks at this. Why do you have to give a mouse of literally upward firepower to someone who's already crap at holding back? I think that was supposed to say suck ass. And it's like, says sucks. Alright, I guess they're gonna be up in the interpretation. Oh well, what's nonsense? Nothing to complain about now. You may not be much of fame, but walking all the way to Camel would be worse. Come on, Gareth, let's go out and take a little more so leave. I think the wind goes to the end. Okay, I'll do my best. I gotta be more useful if I find more, so. Hobbycat? Are you seeing this blue streak of light heading straight from us from Camelot? That's the same light I saw in the Serafield. Forget eliminating all of them. Retreat! Keep the carriage at the first cart and abandon the rest. Hurry! Lightning soldiers, defend the guests, royal guard. Retrieve the luggage from the other carts. I'll keep the Morse occupied until... Oh, she does it. What are you doing here, Lancelot? I didn't ask for your help. I don't think you need my help either, but the High Queen commanded me to come. Hostiles detected. Eliminate. Stand back, Gawain. Taking out individual targets is my area. Avenger. Yeah, fine, Lancer. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Apparently in the new Fate Samurai Remnant game, Johnster's gonna appear, and she's gonna be like a Lancer. Like, what the fuck? I like how she's just silent. Is the game glitched again? Where it's like, I thought the guy got rid of the fix yourself shit. Okay. So it's just like time on purpose. If I knew this, I would definitely... I would have definitely just activated the attack up from the beginning. I can see why people say how look at the Yeah, Cashman gets that 3,000% back. All more stuff been destroyed. Brilliant work, Lady Lancelot. So this is what they mean when they call you the undefeated Dragon Fairy. The most beautiful Temlin in all of Britain. I still can't believe you took out so many of those large Moors so easily. There, eliminated the Moors just like the High Queen told me to. I'll let you handle the escorting from here, Gawain. Yeah, I could probably see that. What is it going down like aircraft? As if you were even capable of handling an escort mission. Don't just stand there, you fool. Start fixing the wrecked cart. If this is the best you lot can do on the first day of this mission, I'm sure to think how you will fare on the days ahead, and you can forget about the resting in Oxford. I want to report from each and every one of you later on how this simulation could have been prevented. Yes, my ladies, my deep apologies, Lady Gawain. In fact, and I thought all of you together would be able to defeat at least one or two of these large Moors. I suppose it just goes to show how overwhelming you become on us, Tamlin. It seems I need to start re-educating the fairy sorcerers like I'm doing with the humans. Oh, my apologies. I appreciate your help. Sorry again, I never asked your name, did I? I wasn't authorized to do so. But now that you have a this dangerous predicament, that's no excuse. I'm going. What's your name, foreign mage? Draconsock. Well, we meet Draconsock. I appreciate your hostility towards me. You got spirit, and like that, it will be enemies forever. Alright. Let's get this escort mission back on track. Oh, and I advise you to watch what you say in the carriage. I could easily overhear you, depending on which way the wind is blowing. Yeah, I thought we were going to be put up in a nice inn in Oxford. I can't believe we're camping out again. Alright, if we can't have a nice accommodation, at least we can still have nice food. I'm sorry we don't have enough to share with the royal guards, but I say we have cakes that the count gave us now. Oh, it looks like mine's already called a cheesecake? What's yours called, Altria? Mine says a Swiss roll. Oh. Wow, it's shaped like a log. It looks like it made it much easier to eat. That's so thoughtful. Yep, you proper human history people are so considerate. Yeah, sure, I completely agree, but why not? Sweet, yeah, Gilcon. How the hell did he manage to make this here? Some tea would go real nice with this. I think I'll just go down to that river and fetch some water. Oh, yeah, what's that called again? Jaffa cake? So this is what happened. What happiness itself tastes like. I have no idea that it made so many kinds of sweets these days. Oh yeah, they even serve. Seems to be fair. Britain has been developing a bunch of cake recipes. Back in Salisbury, I heard Wilbur's restaurant chain in the south and organized the gourmets in the north. But it sounds like the cheesecake is one that's never caught on. I wonder why. Really? Because it's so yummy. It makes me a little thirsty, though. It's because a big upshot in North already despises cheesecake. She always says that cheese is no place to dessert, and it has to be chocolate or nothing. Gee, that seems a bit too familiar. Now, of course, for fairies from the south like me, chocolate is a luxury, so I don't know what it tastes like. It costs so many more so that low-level fairies can basically never afford it. What was that, Tricosa? I'm gonna make a peace offering. Here's a separate meal here. I don't usually care for sweets. I'm gonna eat something. If I'm gonna go eat something cooked, I'd rather have meat. So no, I won't accept that. But I can see you have something to discuss. Go on, have a seat. You want to talk to me about last one, right? Very well, Ted. Ask me anything you wish to. I'll ask about you. I see, you're trying to figure out my true name. Pointless, but I can at least respect your willingness to try anything you can. Come to think of it, I still haven't properly thanked you for your help earlier today, have I? Come, sit. If you wish to talk, I can indulge you for a short while. Okay, thanks for dropping in, Mordred. Have a good one. Funny facts about going. Oh god. I manifested in Britain 400 years ago. I was meant to be the next generation, the successor upper class Fang Clan fairy in Norwich. Except that I didn't look anything like my predecessor. Even though I'm a Fang Clan fairy, I was born resembling a Wind Clan one. No, if anything, I look like a human. Some suspected I might be a changeling. Others said I was cursed in battle. I guess the Morse look that took place 600 years ago. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know the truth. I don't care either. Oh, I aimed at our becoming a Tamlin when I ended the Capital War. Up until that point, the title of Tamlin has been sealed away for 1800 years of the highest Green's Plain. In case you don't know, Tamlin are the title originally belonging to retirees of the Asteric, who was said to be a British savior in the Fey era. The first Tamlin was called, I'm sorry, I can't remember their name. At any rate, They met their end in Oakley. After that, the queen forbade the naming any more time went, but she decided to revoke her own seal to exterminate the endlessly spying caterpillars. Thus, I was gifted the name Sir Gawain, which she said that would be the name of the Knight of the Round Table of the foreign land, and gave me this means a strafe of my horn. My god scene, I believe you call it a noble phantasm. Well, I'm confident as every bit equal as Sir Gawain's original. I'm just as confident that I can't hold a candle to the real Sir Gawain, Knight of the Round Table for proper human history. But never mind, I should be talking about the Round Table. I'm told it's creepy when I do so for some reason. Let me see, what else can we talk about? Oh, I know, let's talk about the war against the Moors. This war took place a millennium ago, along with one of the great calamities during the 1000th year of the era of the High Queen. It was the time when the Moors had a king and an army, and waged wars against the High Queen for 5 to 6 clans. Apparently the king was something of an odd duck. He had never attacked fairies or killed humans. All he cared for was fire and lightning. He greatly destroyed anything, and then only for the joy of watching it burn. He would just saves the forest ascendants, raise the ground before him, summon the great cause just to hear their thunder. Sounds like a fucking pyromaniac. Also, what do you call someone that likes lightning too? Some fairies call the Storm King, at least until the High Queen forbade anyone from speaking that name. The war against the Moors King lasted decades until finally the Fang clan brought it to an end. Woodrose, the fairy who had recently succeeded the previous head of the Fang clan at that time, was the one that dealt the final blow. Instead of the great calamity, the king of the Moors, who infested that magical energy, was defeated before the Fang clan. However, it's said that with his dying breath, the king cast a curse upon the Fang clan. Kind of curse. The fairy eating black dogs. It was only after the king of Moors vanished that the black dogs began to roam Fairy Britain. However, they also eat Moors, and they're not just harmful. There are even some of the squads who train black dogs and use them for Moor sites. Mine is one of them, in fact. Have you ever heard of the epithet, the Black Dog Duchess? It refers to me. Even now that I've become a Tamlin, I still call it a black dog. I don't blame them though. After all, I eat everything, including fairies and humans. Huh? Oh, now you're scared of me. So you had no idea you were trying to get information out of a woman who appeared through all of Britain as a monster. Well, worry not. I will never eat you. I only consume the strong. I'm unusual fairy. I only what I eat makes me stronger. In fact, I inherit my unusual powers or abilities from fairies I eat and possess through limits on capacity and capability. And right now, I'm still full on foul weather. The great earth of Clan Fairy. I needed his sacrament for the caterpillar for with Crickle, but he had holed up in his fortress in Colmar and he refused to come out. So I challenged him to a duel, defeated him, and devoured him. Alright, I think that's enough time to spend a relaxing dinner. Go on. Back to your camp now. I'm used to talking with humans. In fact, my current husband is human. Really? Well, I say he's my husband. He's never a romantic partner, nor a future field material. He's just a guest of putting in my mansion while he recuperates. Still, you do remind me of him, both for your lack of fear and your innocent curiosity. Alright, back to your camp now. My soldier and I will take turns keeping watch. Don't stay up too late, and we're setting out early tomorrow morning. Forgive us. Forgive us. No more prayers. Close your eyes. There's not much fun time left. The veil has fallen to extinguish the light. The day ending farewell. This day too will end forever. Forgive us, forgive us, forgive our sins. It's too late to do anything now to make sure everything is cleaned up. It's a song even. Alright. Today's afternoon Nor was very day 30 and very Britain. So that's where Camel. I've never seen it from the other side of the pit before. It's definitely impressive, isn't it? So that's the part we're seeing from Oxford must have only been back in the castle. That looked more like a wall in a castle, but now it looks more properly wood. I got the one urban area around the main gate and the other one inside the ramparts. I'm guessing that's to separate the general populace from the upper crust. You don't let that gate fool you. That side facing the pit is already the castle's front. Really? So this big fancy gate is actually the back gate? Oh no, that's the main gate. Sorry for confusing you, Gareth. There's no way to castle from the pit. You gotta go for the gate to get inside. That's about the face you can find. Couldn't they just step inside? Yeah, that's it. It's that simple. There's a main scrap area around the front of the castle, inside and in front of it. If you ever fall in near yourself, you can see that a ton of guns, gun ports all along Camel's wall. And you don't usually need to put on cannons behind the castle, right? So we have to be pretty sure that the side is facing the pit's front. Trakasak! Police squaring that something up north, whatever is obviously upset about it. Your friend's not right? Go on, ask her what it is. What is it, Trakasak? You're someone having like a boss at Air Camel. It's not that. You're wondering what's got me upset. Can't you see for yourself? That's Counter Roth's army up north. Counter Roth's here? I don't see her anywhere. Alright, you're too short, aren't you? What a shame. Well, no matter. No, you can intercept anyway. Are you kidding me? Of course it is! Come on, Trakasak. Let me stand on your shoulders. Ripid is here now, so all you have to do. Well, there, hang on, before you go into trouble. Go all to that trouble. How about using one of my handy dandy gadgets first? Here, let's back us. This is what you see as far as we can. Now take a look at those points up north, and you'll see some really interesting squares up going this way. Wow, I can see super far. Okay, wow, I can see super far with the 6, Benji. Right during the dial on the side, you'll see it says to 5 kilometers. See, it's set to 5 kilometers right now. But if you crank it up to 4 notch, you can set it up to 20 kilometers. There, see him? A lawfare is guarded at in those points. Must be a Northern army that the Ark Queen's been hearing so much about. Kanak Ravith of the King Clan. That's their army? It's not just Fang and Earth Clan fairies. There's also a lot of soldiers of mass. Are those giants? They're giants, sir? That's right. Kanak Ravith's rule bestows power and wealth on any who swear fairly to her. It's the opposite of Godchester and Merlin. However, the effect only works when Kanak Ravith herself is nearby. I see, so that's why. So if she wants her troops to be effective, she can't be far from them. Go on, Drukasok, try a little further ahead. See that huge carrot? The one that kind of looks like a small fortress? There's a fairy sitting on top of it looking down at us from up there. And even though this is your first time seeing her, I think you can agree that there's no mistaking who the Nora Queen is. Well, let me see. Oh, God. Nice legs. Well, that's a very definitely Celtic bias, dude. Hey, man, how's it doing? Meb? You mean there's a fairy just like her in your world too? Wait, why is she staring at you instead of me? Did you do something outside your concept? 3 kilometers or not, I can't believe she brought troops all the way out here. Isn't it obviously hostile to Act2 spin working? Conic Rabbit and her forces are just still within her territory. She can claim she's only running a military exercises in preparation for the Great Calamity. 10 days ago, she was constructing those exercises 40 kilometers. Now the search to her song, she's closing the distance and coming further down south. She must have 30,000 troops that's here. That's why. That's not just a threat, it's preparation for all-out war. Oh no, does she keep all the fed? Alright, very so needy. No, we do. Oh, don't. Unlike humans, that's one of the Conic Rabbit's army's defining characteristics. She despises humans, so won't even use them in her combat against Moors. She's ambitious of Britain run by and 4 fairies along with her as the sole monarch. Doesn't sound like something Mabe would say. That said, she won't be sending her troops any further. She has no definitive reason to challenge the High Queen, nor as much a chance of success if she were to try. The Northern Fairies have been decided to rebelling against the High Queen for several days before. Each time they find themselves retreating north and their tails stuck between their legs. This time will be no different. Alright, that's enough idle chat. Let's go. We're about to pass through the main gate. From now on, I suggest you remain as sharper than ever. So this is Camelot's castle town? It's even bigger than Salisbury and even faster than Gloucester. You can tell by only upper class fairies live here. The mountain in the air is like nowhere else in Britain. That castle up there must be where they keep all that existence tasks, magical energy extract from every fairy in Britain through command spells. I've heard stories about it, but this is way beyond what I was expecting. No wonder they're not worried about Conic Rabbit's army out there. It has to be beneath their nose. Trying to take Morgan on now, someone would have to be crazy to do it. I guess Bogger must have never set foot here before. If he had, he never even thought to rebel. Thinking maybe he knew what he was up against and decided to press on anyway. I saw some right at the gate when we went through it. Did anyone else see that or happen to catch what it said? It did. It said only those free of sin may pass. And no English. I also noticed that it's been painted over with red, like someone didn't agree. That's as far as we go by carriage. The Royal Castle just lies ahead. Only the child of prophecy and the four mages have been granted an audience with the High Queen. The rest of you will stay here while you'll be treated as tenants for our honored guests. Oh, what excitement. You'll see the Royal Hotel across the way. We have arranged for you to relax there while you wait. I will make arrangements for you all to recruit and sing there. Once the meeting is concluded. Alright, your name is Da Vinci, yes? You seem to intelligent, very servant. As a human and a foreign mage from showing the advisor, you may accompany him on that role. Oh good, I was planning to tag along regardless, but this makes things less or easier. We may be on the opposite sides, but I appreciate your consideration, tempting away. Okay, Character Master Harbor Shop, you're delayed. You guys will have to stay here and wait for us. Don't worry, Boo. We'll see how well ordered the Queen's army is went over one of these last 2 days. Morgan's obviously even more than secret for the rules than we thought. None of us won't be in any danger if we face her alone. We'll be safer at least for as long as we're at Camelot, regardless how the meeting goes. I'm not surprised. I did break into the castle my first time here. I didn't expect them to fight me. Anyway, good luck out there. Don't get carried away when you end up saying something you don't regret, alright? You two drink hot stock, watch your partners back, understand? You can't say I'm not worried, but strangely I do agree with Agreed that if it feels like it makes you feel safe. Okay, we'll be waiting for you here. Be careful, Ultra. Good luck. I'm fine with this arrangement too. I'm not interested in Morgan anyway. I'm just here to keep an eye on things until Dracon, Sock, and Master are reunited. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Took an hour? Jesus Christ. We need an excavator in this place. Okay. If I was going to make a hardcore, like, we need to get an elevator made. Kneel, present. Worship, submit. Emissary to the throne, cease to breathe with 30 bastards, 100 officials, close your mouths. You are in the presence of High Queen Morgan, the king who expands our boundaries, and upon whose soldiers all Britain recess. Revel in their glory. Know this, child of prophecy, know this, foreign mage. This meeting is a sign of the High Queen's grace and emissary. Thank you. It's so very good of you to come, even without the formal invitation. Ambassadors and officials are now commanded to be silent until this meeting ends, or otherwise. The only people present ready to speak are myself and my guests, and me, Barrel Gut, the Queen's hubby. Sorry, fancy fairies. Barrel Gut, he's really here in Camelot. And did he say he's Morgan's husband? Hey, Dracon, Sock, your friends, I haven't seen you all since Olympus, huh? Why did it look a surprise? Hey, now, tell me Mash didn't tell you about I'm Morgan's brew. Right, as a master yourself. Of course, that's where your mind goes, right, Dracon, Sock? Yep, it's true. I am Morgan's master. A partner of the High Queen who rules over the land of the Fae. But that doesn't make any sense. Sure does, it's true. Yes, he's far out of my league, and I've had a hard time believing it myself, but facts are facts. Altria, I give you permission to approach. Raise your head. Okay. I see, it appears you truly are the child of prophecy. And you must be the foreign mage. Master of Shadia, seeking to desperately restore what you call proper human history. Your efforts in Norwich are, though commendable, were unnecessary, still you did well, eliminating the calamity. I will therefore reward your according with typically I would compensate you in currency of my realm. However, I understand that source of your magical energy and magical energy occupying values referred to as QP, which are derived from viewing magical elements as particles, correct? Oh, good God, she's gonna reward us with QP, isn't she? I'll take it. I trust 100 million would be society to take them. We get 100 million QP. Thanks, Morgan. That much. Wait, does this mean you have a QP mint here? Of course not. I simply create them myself by using your own magecraft system as a method. I have nothing more to say. If there's nothing else you wish to discuss, then our business is concluded. Ultra, Dracon Socks, if you ever have would you ask questions to me? Now's the time. But be warned though, you are my guest. Careless words may cost you that status and protections of force words. Speak first. So you will speak first then. Very well, you are indeed brave. Tell me, Conqueror of the Five Lost Belts, what is it you want? Yes, I am aware of this situation. If outside world, broke out as a foreman. Oh, and what sort of abnormality? Using the ability is similar to Ancestor's ability prophecies. We assert that the future, the picnic has could collapse. We don't know yet what causes this collapse or how that actually happens. But if it is stopped, it will spread across all Britain and ultimately destroy the entire planet. That's why Shadi came to Fairy Britain. We need to investigate the collapse and prevent it from ever happening. Now that the Tree of Emptiness has come, we have no quarrel with this lost spell. Our goal is to stop the world's collapse, that's all. I see, so you say you have come here not to conquer the world, but to save it. Is that all? That's right, we're hoping to acquire the sacred lands of Ramajina, the incredibly powerful spell you cast on Olympus. We would hope that you would provide us with Iron Mystic. Go to our list, use that spell of ours, or release a Magecraft Fairy to recreate it. Olympus, for God, what are the world's outsiders talking about? And how can they be so reckless making the man of the High Green of all people? Yes, I know the weapon you seek. I also believe you when you say you come to save Britain. And so I will say this to you, you in proper human history will come to a miserable end. The collapse you observe will be the result of me expanding my territory. I shall be the one to put the true final end to your history. I will never willingly surrender my divine construct to you, my mortal enemy. Drakasak, arrogant child. To save your world, you have to defeat me. What you call proper human history cannot be saved otherwise. Is that your way to declaring war of us, Queen Morgan? Proper human history and my realm can never coexist. If you wish to save your world, you have to win it from me. That goes for you too, Altria, a cursed child of Anasel's prophecy. The year's end will bring a great calamity, and it shall once again destroy every fairy in Britain. But fairies do not learn, ever. No matter how many times they die, they will always be born anew. As long as my castle remains intact, Fairy Britain shall always be reborn, even though all of Britain burn. Your Majesty, are you saying that you only protect your kingdom, not your citizens? Yes, I offer fairies no salvation. I shall defend my land, nothing more. With all the magical energy I have stored in this realm, I will have nothing to fear from the great calamity. Furthermore, only a chosen fairy can sit on the throne. You are neither like those are fairies, nor that foreign mage have been chosen. You are neither a rebel nor a fairy. You are the staff and selection's chosen wielder. By accepting my invitation, you have proven yourself the true child of prophecy. You and you alone have the right to bring me justice, fairy sent from paradise. Even should you fill the oceans with your blood you shed in the battle against me, you would be innocent of sin. If you wish to save Britain, you must defeat me and claim the throne for yourself. Go on then, fulfill that absurd prophecy if you can. You should know better than anyone that you have no choice. Then it will be seen our discussion is concluded. I am pleased that we now understand each other. You know, right? Who wants a nice, peaceful resolution when everyone goes home buddy-buddy with no bloodshed? So on that note, you guys are stupid enough to come here without nothing more than faith in the people's goodness and honor. Now their negotiations completely broke down. You didn't really think we could let you leave here without fight, right? Of course not. Drakasak, Ultra, get behind me. I thought this might happen. Be silent. Even now, these are my honored guests. I will not permit so much as a hair on their head to come to harm, nor will I even allow an insult to their pride until the love left Kamar. You gotta be shitting me! Forgive my husband's insolent child. Daughter of Tingego, as long as you remain Altria, I shall not recognize you as my enemy. As long as the bells of ignorance remain unrang, my lands are forbidden from attacking any of you. However, if she just started ringing the bells and officially declares herself the child of prophecy, then only then shall I name her. Among you shall my enemies and my armies against you. Furthermore, I advise you to very carefully before beginning a war you cannot possibly begin. Now stand down. I am certain there's nothing left to say. Or is there? Where did you take Mash? Mash, what is that? That's the name of our companion, the one that you swallowed up with a spell you usually get rid of calamities. She's an demonstration of a spirit origin of God, the Shield Knight. Since you named your Tamlin after knights of the Round Table, I'm sure you must know that name too. I see, that explains it. Yes, I hold your knight captive. Where is she? I see no reason I should tell you. She's my trophy. But I can assure you she's alive now. No one can harm her, not even me. Oh. Trophy, okay. Alright, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, guys. Be right back. Oh, dude, it took you a month to respond to this? Yeah, I talk shit about Commander Low Fi-Fi because I'm on a date with his waifu and he ain't fucking responding. Also, I'm on a date with his waifu and it's also I have his secret waifu right here. So yeah, I have both of his waifus right here. Which, oh, by the way, hey, Commander, I have sisters. I have sisters with me. Something that you are basically wishing you have, but keep denying for some fucking reason. Yes, Operation Vegetable. Yeah, go to William Tree. What the heck? It's a spook? Oh my god! Oh, shit. Yeah, Nutty. Oh yeah, J6 is so gonna kill me now. Oh no, Epi. Oh wait, I don't have to change the pot. Your point is valid. You suck, Shiki and Arash. You fight the Hawker Commander? Well, I am the Demon Lord, and the Demon Lord says Arash. Even this gate agrees with me. Yeah, you have to be careful. Don't go into the gacha. It will destroy you. It will wreck your life. But if it's for a waifu or husband, no, do it. Roll for the service you want.
Well, you can fail due to gacha, so no.
But yeah, it is just going to just absolutely wreck your life, but it's worth it. But yeah, thank you for coming, mortals. Oh, during the Kyoto Fireworks Festival. So where the hell is...
ようこそ。うん。名城死にたきレイトショー、ドロドロの恐怖をあなたに。私の触手は残忍ですよ。てかもう残酷に邪神的にです。短 ま、従いますけど。残酷に落としてあげる。これが欲望の果て、肥大したエコの末路、ファーストカッティングクレーター。思い知りました？こっちこっち。お待ちかねの桜で惨めですね。笑わせないでくれます？こっち。ま、従いますけど。捕まえた。二度と現世には返しません。見る間ない。ヘドツボ。こっちこっち。惨めです。惨めですね。笑わせないでく。こっちこっち。こっちこっち。キャー！残酷！困ったアリさんたちですね。飼育箱に入れてあげる。さあ、哀れに逃げ惑いなさい。カーストカッティングクレーター。惨めすぎてお話になりません。ぶち込んで差し上げます。ま、笑わせないでくれます？こっちこっち。惨めで、ま、従いますけど。では、こっちこっち。逮捕完了。釈明があるのですか？言い訳は会の中ですることね。
Again with this shit. Thank you for spying out, Spire. See, I mean, is he your tenant? Is your dream finally come true? Oh no, he's my ally. He's a mage from the outside world. We're pretending he's a tenant. Make things easier, but he's the one who's asking me out. No wonder, it's like this thing was blocking it so I didn't see. Alright, keep this here in the middle. I see, so he's like a bodyguard, huh? Thanks for the bets too, Spire. Also, shout out to Spire, guys. Yeah, he plays retro games. He also is into FGO as well. Make sure to check him out too. What's his name? I can tell he's not wearing a collar or anything. Come on, tell me, please. Please, are you really Kanak Rabbit? Do you really eat something you shouldn't have? Maybe you eat too much chocolate? Yeah, come on, Kanak Rabbit. Don't worry. Or I get to you. Oh no, I've just been feeling much kinder than generally. So what's his name? Have you known about him? His name's Yukasaka, and I've known for about 20 days now. I see, so you're still more than friends. Less than lovers. So that would matter if you're dating, of course. Huh? I digress, that aside. Some child props you trying about, Audrey. What is this ragtag band? Are you trying like at all? I can't believe you still don't have a single squad in your name. I guess you still are one fairy and my intuition doesn't work on. When I heard that about the child prophecy who saved Norwich that was named Audrey, I thought you finally got your act together. But it looks like I was wrong about you again. You're still as suspect as you were back then. I guess a bunch of fur-braided losers at best. Pathetic low-class fairies like yourself can detract. Take it back, Kanak Rabbit. Don't you dare make fun of my friends. They're all much more accomplished and wiser, brazen, cute, and grandpa-ish than I am. I love how she was like, where are you going? And if nothing else, you're still stronger than those soldiers waiting on you. It's just alright to prove it. I'll see for myself what's stronger, your allies or my soldiers. You guys win, I'll pardon you for your chocolate theft, and you're all free to go. But... Huh? What? What? If I so said, I'm taking Draconic Sock for myself. Huh? Are you serious, Kanak Rabbit? Don't tell me Draconic Socks are tight. It's not like that. I'm gonna need a mage for my war with Morgan anyway. Now, let's talk in more fight, Altria. Let's see which one of us is better suited to be Britain's savior. Okay. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Oh god, it's insidious, what the fuck.
Act2 もない。
真髄解明完成理念収束断層技法委員会これが俺のスムカイ村正だ。
せーのてんでい。私の宝具見たいのかい？
あの辺りか。
役体もない。
Oh, looks like it won't even get to use looks like it won't even get to use Hokusai with this. Like for MG.
役体もない。ふんぐるいふんぐるい。オンそじりしたそうか。うがふなぐる二軍。うまく36系。神奈川。うかい。ウラスサビ。せーの。
Oh.
櫛灘姫を髪に刺し
ぜひとも
あの辺りか。
念には及ばず。
切るぜ。
Like, what's the Moors doing here?
解明完成理念
So what?
収束
So I think it is that Babe or Act Rather Brothers is like able to control Moors now.
あの辺りか。
役体もない。
先行く。
あたぼうよ。ぜひ念には及ばず。あたぼうよ。いかさまな。
調子は悪くねえな。やることは妖精がなんだってんだ。
ああ、風も楽しかった。キラキラしてる。
Or Civic Celtic here.
折れんなよ。
発進準備完了だ。私の宝具見たいのかい？念には及ばず。どんな嵐であろうとも、どんな未来が待とうとも、これを突破するのが私たちの課題なのさ。ボンビアージョまた会おう諸君。
So we got Dare Moon and Sophia.
真髄
I was actually expecting like Boobs to
完成
actually
理
be
念
here.
収束断層技法委員会
There's fact it's Babe after all.
スムカイ村正だ。
あたぼうよ。
華麗にマウナ
デラボメイ。待ったなし。念には及ばず。
あの辺りか。
ふんぐるいふんぐるい。オンそじりしたそうか。うがふなぐる二軍。うまく36系。神奈川。うかい。ウラスサビ。
Jesus Christ. Somehow Murastas just hanging in there with something. Here were those three generals. Yeah, they might have looked awfully familiar, but I'm pretty sure that we only were seeing this. So let's just move on. The siege Kasak and Simon, I told you they were amazing. Now, let's go free. Queens are supposed to keep their promises, right? Of course, believe me, I wouldn't have any time messing around with you either. I was in the middle of running a military exercise when you decided to steal my chocolate. Also, my enemy is Queen Morgan, not the child prophecy. I have nothing to say for a low-class fairy who still has to make a name of herself. Go on. Go on. Go wherever you like for all I care. Does that mean the King Clan doesn't see the child prophecy as competition? I don't think it would be to your advantage to capture us rather than let us go free. Of course I see it as competition. I'm only the only king fit to rule Britain. As far as I'm concerned, both Morgan and child prophecy are obstacles on my rule. That said, I can't let take Mario's army lightly. If I'm going to win, I'm going to need to use everything I can. Either Morgan will jump to my provocation and leave her castle to me, or I'll attack her castle myself once and for all my preparations complete. Oh wait, I need to keep the other clans in check in the meantime, which is why I want the child prophecy to keep stirring things up. The more you go around causing trouble, the more you will have Morgan will have to divert forces from me to focus on you. Don't really expect you to ring all the bells of pilgrimage, but you could have maybe managed two of them. If you can manage that, I'll take care of the rest. I'll take that control of Camelot, send Morgan packing and banish every human from this island. As the Senate of the Northern Fairies and Dar the Great Map, I'll be the one to restore Britain to the way it was always meant to be. So I'm very generous, so I'm willing to make a few exceptions. If the humans are willing to change their ways so I can set up an Amatized cell for them to live, as proof I'll grant you permission to speak freely with your honest talk. Is there anything you want me to ask me? Go ahead, just this once. I'll give you an honest answer. Okay, in that case. What's with all those hearts falling around you? I was gonna ask that. Hearts, is that a figure of speech or something? I see, so you're dying to know about me, huh? Well, I can't blame you. I am something special after all. As a human, you might have trouble believing this, but what you see around me is all the magical energy I can't keep held up inside. As the King Cloud Fairy I usually try not to show others my hopes and trees, at least not until I assume the throne. But I just can't stop my feelings passion from spilling out everywhere I go. That's not the kind of thing most fairies would brag about, you know. Excuse me, Lady Canic Rabbit, but we received a request from Edinburgh. How was it? Mabba, that's it. Chances like this don't come around every day, you know. If this is about military exercise, so give me a tell. I'm sorry, Milady, but this is about the Morseses, if I may. Not enough transcription subs, never a subject of refugees. Time to make a list right away. I'll make a selections myself. Looks like our little chat's over. You guys are free. Go on, do whatever you like. Oh, but I will say just one last thing. Try to conduct yourself at least some dignity, Ultra. Nobody will follow King ain't even look the part.
否や無敵には回数制と小さなことからコツコツとですね。一歩一歩。
Alright. Okay, we need alter ego. Oh jeez, this is, yeah, we're gonna like... Yeah, by the time I finish this chapter, it's probably gonna be like the end of stream. Given the fact that, like, chapter 11, like, took us like an hour to read. Yeah, where's my Okatan? There we go. Yeah. I actually probably need something to check out my mix needed or not.
人の祈りを束ねし者魔人起きた掃除寝てない寝てない寝てないぞ寝てた
闇が囁いておるわ魔力消耗にごそうくならば食ろうてくれましょう19如律令
Actually, I need to probably just
秋
work
光殿
on
お目覚めよ
a lot of
来た
my
れ
services.
暗黒の帳太陽はここに生まれ変わる狂乱怒涛悪霊三風
そういうことか行こうはっはっすっ本気で行くぞ本気出してしまうあ私かなんだった
Anyway, anybody got anything planned for this one?
忘れた必殺
Probably just while working on some stuff. Mostly got things finished up for like for Gen Con now. Although I have been thinking like maybe changing up my name a bit. Because see, I haven't changed up a lot of things too.
魔人
So
パワー全本気出してしまう
我が
I think change
指
my
先どこまで
color
も
much.
あ私かそういうことか
I actually hope that probably on the second they'll give us like rainbow chains.
3個を束ねて
Yeah, just give us that early. Just give us like early.
魔人の真っ二つの終わりだ終わりだ無事かマスター
Well, there was a little trip down Southbound for the chocolate fields, and it brought us back to the summer prison. Rochester's not far from here. How about stopping by? You've never been to Rochester before, right, Hoppycat? No, but my man is the city, right? I have a great idea what it'd be like. It'd be fun, but I also doubt it's got any capabilities for me. So I'm going to take it. So I'm going to with whatever Draconisahawk decides. I see, that's too bad. I agree, the best thing we can do now is like low for the next move. If we're going to decide that something important as we're to fight Queen or run from her, we need some place to safe recover for our plan. God just stuff way out. I know about Marin, but I wouldn't trust Quinn's guide as far as I can throw her. What about the Welsh Forest? That's Oberon's territory after all. Salisbury would be another good option. What about it? We could totally or everything's happened so far. Any thoughts, Oberon? Good question. Well, I definitely wouldn't recommend my forest. I make a made for a possibly secret hair course. I don't think Salisbury Norvers are safe. We should put too much greens in. Queen's promised to leave us alone. If Beryl were to lead Morgan's army against us, or wouldn't be able to stop him. Looks like Cara is right. We need our own military strength. Maybe we should go back to the Stormborn. Besides, it would be much more to show it to the Garrett. We don't have to go for the name of Swiss either. We can just take a detour around to reach the coast. Plus, we could also stop by our hometown, then get on the way. Now, let's save that for our last one. We're not running our lives yet. After all, if a military strength we need, we exactly one option. In fact, I say the safest place for a child property right now isn't that very city at all. It's the city southeast of Oxford. We need to go to the English capital and proper human history, the ruins of London, where the humans have set up their home base. Now, that Archer's got rid of the Norvers calamity, there's no reason for us to hesitate to knock on their door. I think it's time for a princess and safer to pay the Round Table Army a visit. Alright. Okay, now I'm gonna probably use the restroom quick. Guys, be right back.
Yeah, man.
I agree.
No.
Oh my, no, I forgot that,
Come on!
I
Caster!
forgot that she's now data lost.
Not the caster.
Oh!
Oh, I do have.
What's a Marie? Hey, it's Lord Doom's waifu.
I think I have MP5 already.
That's not bad, actually.
Let's not Viva La France.
Berserker! Berserker!
Oh, are you serious?
Oh!
Oh,
no!
It's Pent. Hold on.
Come on.
Number 5.
Come on.
5 stars still alive.
Berserker! 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 Assassin!
What'd you get? Oh my god, he pulled Cleo!
He pulled Cleo!
Oh, well, hey. He just left!
Also, in that case, give us also Summer Suicide. And yeah, let's go on a date and discuss how Commander Lo-Fi sucks. And how he hasn't treated you worse. Oh god. Why did I get the feeling that Commander's from?
I seriously thought that was gonna be Carmilla.
God.
Sorry, man.
Bark, please.
Do it.
Oh, fuck off! Fuck you, Jay!
Yes!
Fuck you! Good, if you're good. God, I don't know if I can do this while drunk on fucking water again. The goodness in case guy who got the like of you. I guess we could technically have a bit of feeling gas to still. Also, my feet feel funny. Am I supposed to feel funny while drinking some water, guys? This feel light and stuff. I wonder if I could like jump like high now or something. Ooh, I see a lot of boxes. Let's see if I like it. Okay. See you in a bit, Hydra. Okay. Okay, I'll take a cold fruit. On 7. Ah, chains. Oh, that sucks.
Dude, are you really gonna keep going?
Yes.
You bitch!
You make fun of my D&D, so I'm gonna fucking bitch slap you. Like I said. Okay, back guys. Yeah, it's like looking at the next section, it's gonna be a long, so yeah. Night, day. Kind of reminds me of, one 14 years ago when they had that one scene. Good job, everyone. I know this isn't easy coming this far without stopping to sleep, but we're almost to Londinium now. Only 2 more hills to go. But first, why don't we take a break? Besides, it's almost lunchtime. Sure, we're having a relaxing meal outside instead of a rocket back and forth for the carriage, right, Reconnaissance? That's a bit rough. Don't worry about it. I could use a good stretch too. It's great that 6 of us can fit in the carriage now, but it's definitely a little cramped. So we're finally out visiting Londinium. I wonder what the stories say about it. Well, up until 2,000 years ago, when it was still the fair era, it was the largest city in all of Britain. It's said to be that the 5 fairies clans coexisted there peacefully, and that they even chose a human for a lord. Really? That does mean that Londinium used to be a human city? It sure does, but it got destroyed during an insurrection that took place in the fairy era. It's been almost heavily fortified in the city at Britain at that time, but I guess there wasn't much I could do for an attack from within. Still haven't found out what ended up in the how it ended up in ruins after that, though. After all, the Queen decided to build a new castle in Camelot instead of rebuilding it in Londinium. I guess you can know everything about everything. After all, Oberon, it was the fairy clans that reduced Londinium to rubble. After the Azek in the war between the fairies clans, she appointed the human knight as the new king. The human boy was leading the Round Table army at the time was a huge festival to celebrate the new king and the coming of his reign. But then during this coronation, a group of anti-fairy humans started a riot, and the number of fairies living in the Londinium were killed. And the clan heads are incentivized, they raided Londinium and put every soldier in the Round Table army to death. The knight who was supposed to be king fell in battle, and Azek was executed after the clan heads held her responsible for the riot. Grimoire, the sage, managed to give them a slip. And since no one could kill the Black Knight, they would crush his ears and threw him into the sea. At that point, the Tamlin had gotten fed up with the whole ridiculous idea and decided to go over with the Orcrete and taking Azek's coffin with them. Damn, that's rough. Azek is the very one treated as British savior, right? From what I heard the stage, the Black Knight and the Tamlin all saved Britain countless times. So what was the Tamlin's name? Oh, Mike told me that back in Southbury. Let's see, I'm pretty sure it was, that's weird. I know I heard it before, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah, don't worry about it. My point is, Londinium has a lot of history in the home base of British steamers. So this new Round Table army hold up here when the old one got wiped out. It's not a superstitious site, but I don't know. But don't you think that's just ask for trouble? Hey, you see why it's not a problem once we get to Londinium or Rasa. Frankly, you asked me, both Morgan and the clan heads are ought to have their heads examined. I don't know why else to abandon Londinium, even if after they destroyed it. I'm surprised you know so much about Londinium, Hobby. I mean, you don't know everything about the Gloucester or Sussex. I know about Sussex, the city's big cathedral, right? I've seen her before too, just didn't pay much attention. She's not my type. I see, so you're sure you're not missing out on any beautiful cities? Sure, I'm sure. This isn't exactly a sightseeing tour. I'm kind of curious of why you're so considering me, though. Fishing, this kind of on your wedding dress or something? No, I'm not looking for a dress. I haven't even found a partner yet. I mean, I'm not. It's not that. It's just what? It's nothing. I'm gonna fetch some more. I'll be right back. That was close. Someone said something I shouldn't again. Anyway, I think I'm kind of worried about Hobbycat. I can see Aurora, Artoria, and Dracon's experience is just fine, but I can't see anything for hers. Morse! Crap, I gotta kill it before it touches me. Yeah! Oh, that's weird. My last doesn't usually work before. Alright, that's only because Audrey was helping me out with her mage craft. Now it's just me. Oh, this is so like me. I always get carried away even though I'm weak. So now I'm gonna die out here unable to fight back. I have never accomplished anything. I want to say that. You there, that was so close. If you're just taking 6 steps back and got a running start, you could have definitely taken it out. You're not the biggest fairy hard out there, but you need to be more than just the weight to just rush through the more skin. Make sure your foot is bracing forward instead of up to the side. And try not to let gravity do the hard work for you. But I guess that's something to work on next time. Which is much of a reason to stand back up now. Oh, okay. May I ask you who you... Me and I came out here to fetch water. I saw you go into the forest. I was going to warn you to be careful since I tried no more out here. But I guess I was a little too late. Luckily, there's only 2 of them. Do you think you can help me? I really appreciate it. Yes, of course. I'm Garrett, by the way. I'm Percival. You mind taking the Moors on right then, Brave Knight? Wait, did you just say Percival? What? Okay, we take care of this one and we're going to the next one. Okay, yeah, I did get it. What about not even using Percival here much? Let's just say using Garrett just to pretty much take him out ourselves. Dude, are you fucking serious? Okay, let's just use a personal here. Let's have some of this animation. Oh, what? I can't believe it. I actually beat the Morse on my own. That was great. Don't sell yourself short. You're already strong, and you're only getting stronger the more you train. By the way, Gareth, right? I don't recall seeing you around here before. You should know there's going to be a big battle here soon, so you'll probably be safer here in to Norwich or Manchester to stay here. Unless you can come, keep your lucky to join Thunderham's Roundtable Army. Now, we can really use all the help we can manage to get to this point. Even so, I'm not sure Londonham's the best place for a lovely girl like yourself. There's still holes in the roof, and we still haven't got used to patching up yet. Not to mention the ghost that haunts us at night. I'm sorry to interrupt, but... Did you really say your name was Parsival? Yep, that's me. Good old name for a human, isn't it? I'm pretty sure I found myself... Oh, please, let me hear your side spark for me. I'm Gareth. I'm an attendant of the Child of Prophecy, and I'm happy to tell you that she's making her way to London right now. It's like, what? Like, I love how it's like, what? What? Yeah. Alright. Gareth is really taking her time. Maybe we're getting worked up over nothing, but I still can't help but worry. You know, I'm thinking I'm gonna go fetch water myself. We can cross the hills after I get back. I'll go with, huh? Looks like Gareth's back, huh? Wonder why she's jumping up all down and excited like that. I see she has someone with her too. Someone tall and pretty handsome. I recognize that oversized breastplate. Hey guys, you won't believe this! Look who I met, it's Percival! The leader of the Round Table Army, and he's the strongest human in Britain. I'm sorry, I know this isn't the most proper introduction. Look, it's an honor to meet you, Child of Prophecy, and you, Foreign Mage. I'm Percival, the Round Table Army's acting leader. I love how well, not red hair is like jumping around everywhere. I'm dressed like a knight, but I'm really just an arrogant country boy. I've never studied the ways of chivalry, so I hope I can forgive me any inherent rudeness on my part. Red, what's got you so worked up? You mean you don't know? Percival's the only person in all of Fairy Britain who rides to the battle on the back of a fairy horse. He's the strongest, most spiritual human ever. I can't think of any more touching sight than a rider on a horse in perfect sync and thrusting onto each other with their lives. Just imagine a rider and a horse sharing one mind with one body. It would be reckless dream come true. Well, thank you, Cruddy. Cruddy would be thrilled to hear that. I don't know what I would do without him. Oh, sorry, I got a little off track. I tend to do that. Now, whenever someone brings up my trusted partner anyway. I understand why you're here now. You need a safe place to prepare for your confrontation with the Queen's army, yes? Then you're very welcome to stay with us in London. I'm afraid it still needs a lot of repair, so it's not like the best shape of welcome Child of Prophecy. But it's also one of the most heavily fortified places in all Britain. I promise to my soldiers I'll keep you safe while you plan your next move. The supply team's back in Lumber. Let's get to work on repairing the rapids. Send 80% of the outer walls, 20 to the inner walls, and focus on patching the kids' homes first. The Sky's merchants are headed to Norwich this afternoon. Busy to buy supplies. If there's anything you need, I'll add to the list. Don't be shy. We got plenty. Got the accounts backing us. Just go easy on the luxury goods. Yeah. Remember, we can't match the Fang's clan speed. We... Very fun. We need to fight smarter, not harder. Take the beat before falling up the spear spikes. Your opponent will try to get them easily if you thrust too soon. Keep your spears pointed ahead of you as soon as you can sense the steel coming. And don't forget to keep your sword in hand too. You can also stab your opponent in the fight at some time. Don't bother with the bows and arrows. You need to never hit anyone. The enemy will see you coming the moment you take aim. We'll have 10 archers that follow the rapids, and if I say keep the enemy back. If they actually hit someone, even better. I only know how to sharpen blades, but I can still help. Look, mister. The tip of your spear is chipped. You'll never beat the fairy's fangs with something like that. Didn't you stop by this mirror sometime? It didn't actually. It's actually first time, but it's so lovely. Everybody's running around keeping things busy with something. At glance, it looks like you got around 300 combat-ready soldiers, give or take. You can count human safety shelter here about the double the numbers. You probably have all the feeble ones doing the needle work in the back. This is great. I love it. It's not an army so much as a whole city, but it's in the middle of a rebuild. It's gotta look at. I'm gonna go look for brides. I know what you mean. The walls look pretty terrible state, but there's more to life here than what seems to any our cities. Of course, this is London located properly in history. No wonder there's so much energy. Is something wrong? Oh no, sorry, it's nothing. I was wondering, why so much beautiful place like this? Altria? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't just go jumping off the rapids and running to woods like that. You're the cornerstone of the Round Table Army. The hope of everyone in London. You can't just run off just because something caught your eye anymore. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce the people who had it with you. Are you all here to join the Round Table Army? If you come with me to registration South Square, we can. That won't be necessary, Marjorie. These people aren't here to join us. They're the very important guests. Isn't that right, Oberon? Yep, at least for now. Where they end up joining the Round Table Army, that is ultimately up to Altria. Oberon. Well, wow, it is Oberon. When did you get here? Hey, everyone, it's Oberon. That big jerk Oberon is back. You're right. You're right against him. It's Oberon the Cold-Hearted. You should have stood up on nowhere. Where the hell have you been all this time? You better start sticking around while you don't want to make the kids cry again, do you? Every time you leave, it takes a little longer to cheer them back up. That good stress lacy, you sweet nothings are always make us feel like princesses. But we love those little moments of affection. You need to take care of us after us. We still have lots of work to do, you know. Really, Oberon? Really? Now you get even in this town to call him a fucking jerk. Hey, it's not like you think. I'm a very serious person here in London, I swear. Alright, you're serious, alright? Serious about putting back on pros every chance you get. Whenever you show up, the whole Round Table Army just goes back to being ordinary citizens. It's just the closest thing we have to facilities around here. Don't get me wrong, it helps us keep smiling even when times are tough. Wait, hang on. Didn't you say the next time you come back you'll be bringing a child prophecy with you? No way, is that? Oh crap. That's right, this is Altria, the Savior Norwich you also heard so much about. Her staff selection was sent here for paradise, just like personal spirit selection. She is the child of prophecy, the Savior of Britain you've all been waiting for. It really is a festival. I guess we won't be able to talk to Altria for a while. Seems like everyone in the town's got the child prophecy fever. Maybe we should help her out, Oberon. I don't think she's too big on being fun over like that. Oh, I'm sure she isn't. Audrey has always been keenly aware of the presence that comes to the fairies putting their hopes on her. Anytime, she's always been good at handling those very hopes. What do you think, Tricanosac? Should we rescue her from that crowd? Yeah, she usually could. Oh, you look happy about this, Tricanosac. Is Audrey really handling things differently than usual? Sure, it's usually shares that follows the words of guilt for guilt and lack of confidence, but not this time. This is London City is that dreams of a proper future for Britain. The people she's talking to now aren't just hoping that she keeps it safe because they're worried about themselves. She's seeing something that's much purer than now. The fact that she's actually proud to be a child prophecy for the first time in her life. It's like their eyes have always been clouded by everything she's been seeing this time. She's finally seeing things clearly. Sorry everyone to keep you away so long. I hope it wasn't too much a bar. Oh no, not a bar at all. They're incredibly nice. You have to tell them I enjoyed my time immensely. I never know. Murboss is the only one not here. Is he still talking to the townspeople? Hey, sorry, well, I had to take care of something. Turns out they do have a smithy here, but it's shambles. They got great first, but it's only one guy who knows how to tend them worth a damn. You ought to come back and take a look and see Audrey. One hell of a fixer. Got a ton of crystal quartz too. You can just make it all the costume stuff you want. Well, really? That sounds great. I'll definitely check it out. But not right now. First of all, is about to show us the Round Table Army's war room. As a member of the Child Prophecy Entourage, you are not to go off on your own like that anymore, guy. Child Prophecy Entourage. What are you turning into a Miss High and Mighty? You haven't even rang one damn bell yet. And all that just has got to your head or something now. Dang. It's kind of rough, isn't it? I guess it must be rough seeing your old frenemy living it up as a queen. Then again, it's not like you two are working on the same kind of materials. It's the same you're a little too lacking in the sex appeal to be queen yourself. I heard that, Muramasa. Not like that's required to be a queen. Thank you, Tricanosac. My point, Sacker. And what's that all about? Wonderful to see you get along so well. And I don't mean just the two of you, I mean everyone. I was worried about the Child of Prophecy might be buckling under the weight of her incredible responsibilities. But it looks like I was worried for nothing. It would be learn a lot from your example. Not at all, I'm the one who's learned a lot from the people in London. Been to plenty of different cities. And they all had various class differences that go quite about the queen. Even so, the one thing they had in common was a wish for someone to save them from this situation. But the person who this town is different. They're so honest, and they don't depend on anyone else. Now I haven't talked to them myself. I see that I hear the fairies are standing up for humans, and humans standing up to fairies. They're not just fighting for themselves, they're standing up to the queen to make things right for the better for everyone else. All I'm thinking about is exactly what one true knight in the Round Table should be. People don't stand above or below one another, but all who stand by his side to help one another. I have no way of knowing what a true knight of the Round Table is supposed to be like, but it's true that the Round Table's army isn't a resistance run solely by or for humans. We want to chase things for humans, but first we gotta chase all of Britain for the better. We don't want to differentiate between humans or fairies. We want people to share a dream for the future. Even I'm no more than one of my many such people, Lord Oberon assumed. Oberon, you don't mean? No way you chose so widely weirdly popular. That's right, Lord Oberon founded the Round Table Army. He saved me when I was out nowhere else to go, and removed the curse on London. And carefully, quietly traveled to Britain in search of like-minded people. and he works himself to the bone to keep this funny. Oh no. I've heard he's a reputation as notorious terror throughout Britain. A lot of soldiers are as impressed that I'm no round table's army leader, but I believe the biggest role belongs to O'Brien. Come on, Nat. Cut that out. I told you before, I had all this to defense the operation. You're a round table army's leader, Percival. You're the one who grew it to this size. Alright, if you said so, O'Brien. Let's just say I managed to find all these wonderful allies throughout. Although one of the person's dedicated efforts rather than a good fortune. Anyway, now that you're all acclimated to the laundry room, let's show you to our headquarters. Unfortunately, it's the only place so far to be both well guarded and have a proper roof. Sorry about that. Hang on, Percival. What's that picture up on the wall? The picture? Oh, that's the mural that was painted during the Fate era. None of us really know much about it, though. Is that the 6 fairies dancing around a large piece? Almost like they're holding a festival. But I've never seen any piece like that in Britain before. Looks like the monster, some kind of monster to me. Maybe it was a provocation of the calamities. Now, I don't know if I agree with that. The piece that most looks like it loves them. I think so too. You probably can't feel like you're in proper human history's heroic spirit, Muramasa, but this piece definitely is depicted as very lovely. No British fairy would be afraid of this mural. If anything, it seems seen as grand. Huh? Because I'm a proper human history, a heroic spirit? Grand. I can't tell how it feels to Garifin. But Garifin, Hunter since I'm not fairy myself. But this wouldn't happen to be a religious pain, would it, Percival? Religious pain? Sorry, I don't know what that word means. All I know is that this mural originally belonged to the fairies at Archie, the rank line. It said that the night of the Ludrium brought them here from the Rose Orkney, while Ludrium was still being constructed. Apparently, it depicts the decoration of Britain, an old fairy language known as the Abyssal Wardroom. Priest, is something wrong, Trigonosox? Do you see something suspicious over there? Looks like it'll be a watch. Hey, Defishy, you said this is a religious flame, right? You don't think it's a god? Yeah, it probably is. 6 fairies set around here. As it says, it's 6 clans, probably the original Fireflies. Where the big city is, they're curiously worshipping it. And that's the mean the creature says above the fairies would make it a god. And the thing is, there are no gods in Fairy Britain. Like I said, the fear was only for show. I've been to most of every city in Britain looking for information, and I've never seen any other mural like that. My point, the mural's been around since before Morgan's rule. Hell, it's been around since before Fairy Eve was even a thing. Also, it's depicting something from the Fate era, before it became the era of the High Queen. Then wait, does that mean Queen Morgan doesn't know about this mural? No, she must. And obviously there's no actions left out of the history books. Once Morgan became queen, she wanted only the power of the fairies that believed it. So she erased the concept of godhood for Britain by pretending it never existed. That way, it could never have been posed a threat to her rule. It may just be that the mural hurls a person answers the cause of the calamities. And why there's no gods in Britain? Too bad the only words that are written on it are written in Victorian. I can make heads and tails of it. Can you read it, Oberon? Here, look, at this part definitely looks like it's right. I'm sorry, but no. I can kind of read the modern Fate language now, but that's beyond me. I guess the only people who can read this are in Camelot's administration. I see, well, that's too bad. Gosh, I had no idea this picture was so important. I'm sorry I'm too much engaged to be in hell. So if this is important, I'll make arrangements to have it properly preserved right away instead of leaving it exposed to the elements. Also looks like the historians have them dig around to see if they can find any other noble artifacts. If we're lucky, we might be able to turn up something under the precious records. Good idea. Once we take over Norwich, we shall have a lot more personnel to work with. Alright, we need to get to work as restoring the London Room as soon as we can put this together plan to bear. Huh? I'm sorry, did you say take over Norwich? Well, looks like we need to do that to ring the bell. Okay, last section. Welcome to the war room. We repurposed the room from the bell tower because it gave us a view of all of London. We also repurposed the rooms on the floor right below the guest rooms. Hope you find them to your liking. Are you sure you're serious about taking over Norwich? Although the Round Table's army's only enemy was the Queen, what reason could he have to attack anywhere apart from Camelot? You're right, normally such a thing would be unthinkable for us, but we can't afford to ignore what's going on in Norwich. Your valiant efforts did lead to the destruction of the economy of Norwich. But the instant that the child of prophecy left Camelot, the spring petitioned the Queen's military for aid. He quite said the rest of Norwich would now support the child prophecy and are now traitors to the crown. He sees the child prophecy as an excuse to massacre fairies to take back his land. We only learned about this yesterday from a secret correspondence sent by someone calling himself the Count. Which forces will probably arrive in Norwich tonight, but I doubt we have more than 2 days to spare. We already put out a call for cameras across the land to come back to Nuntium. As soon as they're here, we'll all set forth out for Norwich. Our goal is to occupy Norwich Gate and take control of the city before Spring has a chance to have a citizens massacre, even if the PSS barbaric invaders will do so. I don't much like our chances of victory, nor is going about. People aren't going to be happy to see us. Most fairies just think of the Round Table army as a gang of militant humans. Not to see much difference between Round Table's army and Springham, really. I can't get militants, huh? But please don't. I don't want you all to worry about that. We're the ones who made this call. This isn't your battle to fight. You're here to recover. You'll be safe in Londrium. Not even the Queen's Matriarch will reach you here. Draconsock. Unless we don't want to say this, don't you? Let's ring that bell. Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh man, this is gonna be rough. Alright, I understand. I made up my mind too. First of all, you haven't once asked for my help. And never have did the proper people of Lundrium. All you done is encourage me to worry about me. You haven't demand I save you in return or anything at all. You only wish me luck. So I'm gonna do my part too. I can't ring Norwich Bell myself, so I'm gonna need your help. So please help me. Help me show everyone in the Round Table army isn't some gang of militant humans, but comrades of the Child of Prophecy who are just as intent on saving Britain as she is. It would be my genuine pleasure, Ultra. Thank you. I can't say if this battle is ours ultimately for good or evil, but I can swear upon this land that we will do our best to make you proud. Now allow me to fill you in on the makeup of the Round Table army. We have one company made of 400 fairies, and humans are my command and serve as our main military force. We also have 5 platoons, about 50 soldiers each. 2 of the platoons led by 2 fairy knights who were part of the Queen's army. Orithia and Oti. The other 3 are led by human knights Kinwood, Landon, and Calwoods. I'll introduce you to everyone later. We have another 5 squads made of 5 like-minded comrades. They're all in training. Their instructor is Secretary Margaret, who you met earlier. Lundrium is also home to a number of civilians, as you saw for yourself. They're the ones who have handled construction, sewing, cooking, smithing, governance, education. It's a lot to work on with only 300 people, but we've all been doing a great job. Next, I shall tell you about the state's construction timetable and the amount of resources we need to reserve each month in order to. Whoa, hold up, Percival. Why don't you just tell us the nitty-gritty stuff here? Right now, it's probably better if we just focus on the Norwich attack. I mean, you see for yourself. Do your best to listen to you know she's barely following along. See, they hit their limbs long ago. You have to understand, there's only been about 8 of us for a while now. So you really need to use them in discussion and find the best use of human personnel, you know? You're right, I'm sorry. I was just touched by later or I said about it, don't realize that I'm running my mouth. So I'm so embarrassed. Oh no, it's okay, I'm pretty sure Rummy one happy to. But can you please just call it? I'll try like you before. I don't think I'm ready for a lady yet. Of course, Ultra. Alright then, let's try it again. We have planning on sending about half my company and 3 of our butchers to Norwich, about 400 soldiers in total. In the meantime, the Countess gathered a trip of anti-Queen, while anti-Springen really impedes the run, as residents in Norwich are also willing to fight. I'm told that a number about 400 as well. We ourselves in the cast forces, we should about 800 soldiers. That's what we'll have to defeat the troops of the Queens, says the Camelot left. And to help you reach the bell tower of Springen's castle, 800, huh? Ain't much if you're helping to take control of both the city and Springen's castle. Notre Bishop will up to get furious with, well, half our soldiers human. You're not worried it might be outclassed. No, I'm not. The Round Table Army uses weapons, attacks, and optimized for fighting fairies. Having complete faith in our ability to make up for the difference of power. However, the Springen's Fall Castle, as we call it, with too much sand. It's an impenetrable iron tower neither human nor fairy can possibly break through. So it's like, I'd like you to ask your help in infiltrating it. Dragon's Hawk, Glover, Oberon, told me about your mage. Crap. It says you're capable of summoning warriors for a battle that I can easily defeat. Sorry, Platoon. We won't be able to break through the Fall Castle gate by sheer force. Only help is a small team of us to sneak inside and open it from within. It will be a dangerous mission, but will you be willing to accept it? Don't just don't bring up Merlin's Magecraft now, Dragon's Hawk. Thank you, Dragon's Hawk. With you and Altria helping, I think we have a real chance of victory. The patrols are out. We have out patrol south now. We'll be back by the evening. Once they arrive, we'll be set out for Norwich. Ideally, we should be able to arrive on a covered night and take control of the city before Springen can react. Hope you don't mind. I'll be leading charge when we arrive, Altria. No, this is your army. You should be giving the orders. Alright, now go apply our attack this new development in mind. The count was enough to encode a map on this layer. That should help us secure the route inside. Inspector will be arriving in about 3 hours. Until then, take some time to relax. Gotcha! This is gotta be... I'm gonna pay the textile workshop a visit then. The pile of unused cloth scraps is that right in scene. I know the weavers must be busy, but can you make it... Wait, you can make so many cute clothes for your children with all that. I'm gonna help them out and prove just how dependable all happy cats can be. As for me, I'm gonna concern myself with your apprentice, Percival. So I'd love to, if you could give me some more lessons on how to improve my math skills. Of course, although I'm afraid I can only spare the time until the strategy outline comes in. I'm gonna give the kids at the Smithers of pointers. As far as I can tell, this whole state's got one decent blacksmith and a bunch of apprentices. I guess I gotta put in some overtime since I can't tell much of it the benefit. Is there anything you'd like me to look into, Percival? Yes, I'd like you to see what's happening in Oxford. Woodrose is the most likely all of the clan heads to lose the patience first. So after Norwich, I'm guessing he'll be our next major threat. I'm inclined to agree, yes. I'll talk to Aurora see if she can help out for occupied for us. Or maybe she's I thought she's only a self-defense force, not an army. Or is it just one tool to fight in the war? The Vichy? You see, Woodrose has the kind of thing for Aurora lately. So if the woman he wants so much hasn't given him the time of day, someone wanted to see him. Wow, that's cold, Oron. Even for me, a demon lord. Oh, don't worry. Aurora's more open-minded than you might think. She's generally happy to show Woodrose some affection. No, wait. As kind as she is, she might actually make Woodrose fall hard for her. I better make her understanding a bit too nice to him. Might lead him on a bit. Alright, I'm gonna fight over the suspect. If Oscar, well, I'll see you guys later in Norwich. Okay, I'm gonna go introduce myself to the Secretary Margaret. What are you gonna do, Dracon Odria? I'm gonna take a personal up in Skyline for take a nap before the room. Well, looks like we have a long nighttime march ahead of us, so I need to rest up the weekend. I think I'm gonna probably do the same. Okay then, everyone, please meet me back here in 3 hours. Our assault on Norwich begins at sunset. Okay, there we go. And this will probably continue with tomorrow. As we take over Norwich. But yeah, guys, stick around. We're gonna find something to raid here. Alright, someone's putting Agrabah. Alright. Yeah, I think I'll probably raid it. I'm gonna raid a... Oh, come on. Yeah, we're gonna raid Princess Quinn, guys. She's part of the Twitch team I'm a part of, which you can check down here. She's really chilled. We're very relaxing. She's like doing some arts and crafts right now. But yeah, guys, I'll be back here tomorrow and enjoy your weekend as well. This is your Demon Lord Dracon signing off. Later.